Lord Tremendous here. Got game 3 of that local gaming store tournament that I was at this past weekend. Of course, 3,000 points, Legion rules, Lord Tremendous of the Undead Legion versus Death, Holy Death of the Wood Elves. That's right, I was doing so well that I got met up with my arch nemesis. And he's playing the Wood Elves, which is fine. I enjoy killing elves as much as I enjoy killing, well, elves. So sit back, relax, and get ready to see how this one goes.
Assemble the army!
Here's my list, and if you've watched the first 2 games, you know what this list is going to look like, because I'm in the middle of a tournament. Changing my list would be illegal and a real dick move. But I have my Vampire Lord, Lord Tremendous, on a Zombie Dragon. He's a level 2 wizard with heavy armor, sword of anti-heroes, enchanted shield, talisman of preservation, other trickster shard, red fury, quick blood, and the lore of vampire. And then I have my High Lich Priest, Queen Elizabeth, level 4 wizard, dispel scroll, opal amulet, and the lore of Nehekara. My hero choices are a Tomb Prince, Dark Vincent, with a great weapon, armor, silvered steel, and a luck stone, and a Necrotech, Sinister Jeffrey, with a dragon helm and the Iron Curse icon. My core choices are 5 direwolves, 10 skeleton archers with a banner, 58 skeleton warriors, the Fateless, with full command, light armor, and shields, 14 skeleton archers, the Queen's Guard, with full command, and 3 chariots, Rolling Bones, with musician, banner, and the banner of eternal flame. My special choices are 5 Hexrays, 3 Vargeists, 3 Medusa Stalkers, those that gaze, Chimerian War Sphinx, Kitty, with Fiery Breath, and my rare choices are my Hyro Titan, Nad the Protector, my Screaming Skull, Catapult, and my Casket of Souls. Death's list is as follows. He has a Spellweaver, the Witch Blair, who's a level 4 wizard with a Book of Asher, a Talisman of Endurance, and uses the lore of High Magic. He's got a second Spellweaver, the Witch Claire, are you noticing a pattern? Who's a level 4 wizard with who's on a unicorn with a Dispel Scroll, Talisman of Preservation, and the lore of Death. And of course he has a Glade Lord, President Linus, who's got an extra hand weapon and a Cordon of the Ages. His hero choices are a Glade Captain, Jay Lantern, his BSB with a Moonstone of the Hidden Ways, and a Waystalker, Neko-chan, I don't get that one, with the Bow of Lauren. His core choices are 5 Glade Riders with Musician and Banner, another unit of Glade Riders with a Musician and Banner, and the Hat Trick, another unit of 5 Glade Riders with Musician and Banner. Then he's got a unit of 25 Glade Guard with full command and Banner of Eternal Flame. His special choices are 30 Deep Wood Scouts with full command, a unit of 5 Wild Riders with full command and Banner of Swiftness, and another unit of 5 Wild Riders with full command. His rare choice is, of course, the 10 Way Watchers. Here are my spells, which I didn't have Dance Macabre. I had Invocation and Curse of Years, and everything else is as you see it. And here are Death spells, 2 level 4s. Here's deployment, and I gotta be honest, I didn't think that Death was going to make quite as many mistakes this game as he did in our last game, especially after seeing what, you know, I could do against him once I got a hold of him. So, I decided to go with a bit of a points denial idea. I knew the kitty was dead. There was really nowhere on this side of the table for me to hide him, so I just, you know, sorry kitty, you gotta go. I put the chariots in such a way that if anything came into that forest in front of me, the pumpkins and stuff like that, that's all Death. That's his theme. If you couldn't tell from the name of some of his characters. But yeah, the chariots were just going to hold down that forest. If anything, you know, warped into it, they were going to charge it and just try to demolish as much of it as it could. I've got my little unit of archers inside that little burned up house in there. We're just considering that hard cover. My general was behind the house over there on his dragon because I knew the dragon was going to get shot from under him. I knew it was going to happen. There was no stopping it. So my plan was let the dragon die and then hide my general behind the house and fire off Curse of Years and, you know, Invocation for as long as I can. He really didn't have anything other than some Wild Riders that were going to get a hold of my general, and I believed in my general's ability to slaughter them. So that was the hope there. The Vargeists were just to deter anything to come over on the right flank. I knew they were dead. My skeleton warriors are up on the hill there trying to block anything going after the casket or the archers or the catapult or the titan. It was really just I needed to survive 6 turns, taking as few casualties as possible because I was fighting for first, second place here. I was placed well enough that I thought if I could get a you know, a low loss or something like that, because the scoring was actually, as long as I didn't get goose egged, I should place pretty high, and so that's what I was going for. It was just, I wasn't trying to kill him, I was just trying to survive. Here's Death's right flank, which consists of, I believe, his Way Watchers, and that's about it. And here's his center, which consists of his Wild Riders, his Glade Guard with his General installed, the pain in the ass on a Unicorn back there, and his 30 Scouts with his BSB and his Lore of High Magic Caster inside there. And here's his left flank, which consists of his other unit of Wild Riders. Here's my right flank, which consists of my Vargeist and my Dragon Lord. And here's my center, which consists of my 10 archers, my chariots, my war kitty, my catapult, and my direwolves. And here's my left flank, which consists of the hex race, the skeleton warriors with Tomb Prince and Necrotech installed, the archers with my lich priest installed, my titan, and my casket. Here's top of one, and before I get too much further, all of his forests are poisoned. All the ones with pumpkins are the ones that he got with his acorn and his free forest, and he did take the shot at my general and failed to wound. So all that happened. I usually forget about that stuff unless something actually happened, something, you know, significant or whatnot. But nothing significant happened there, and he's got, yeah, all the forests are poison forests. So just so you know. During his magic phase, Death got to go first. Yeah, I'm sorry. I should probably go over the movement stuff. For the most part, there wasn't much. His Wild Riders came up forward, I guess, just because. His Waystalkers moved back a little bit so that the Hex Race can't charge them, and that was it. During his magic phase, he gets Hands of Glory or whatever off on his Scouts just so that they can shoot even better. And during his shooting phase, which is like the second Elven Magic phase, it doesn't matter what flavor they are, his Way Watchers, of course, have some sort of enchanted arrows and take out 2 of my Hex Race, which sucks. And through combined shooting, of course, my dragon gets killed. My Vampire Lord falls to the ground, and next turn he's going to hide behind his house the best he can. So here's bottom of one after movement, and I do exactly what I said I was going to do. The Hex Race go and hide behind the house. My Vampire Lord hides behind the house, and nothing else moves. Everything else is just like, you're going to have to come after me. I have no intention of moving up. I was not going to be able to do anything against a highly mobile army, so I just put them where they were. I figured, why not? During my magic phase, nothing happens because I roll like a 3 and he just scrolls the spell or whatever. It was a joke. But during the shooting phase, the catapult actually hits. Not only did it hit, but it hit exactly where I wanted it to hit. And I hope you're sitting down because nothing happens. Not a damn thing. The strength 9 hit, I roll a 1 to wound. I roll crap to wound everything else. I need 4s to wound. I have like 8 more hits, right? I roll 7 1s, 2s, and 3s. I roll 1 4 at strength 3, and he just used the high magic attribute to negate the wound. Nothing happens. Nothing. I see that as a sign. I see that as a higher power telling me that the catapult does not belong in my list anymore. Because my dice aren't rolling bad. I mean, yeah, this was a bad roll, definitely. But my dice aren't rolling bad this game, or my previous 2 games. So I can't blame this one on my dice. This is fate. This is some sort of higher power saying, Lord Tremendous, don't use the effing catapult anymore, you idiot. And I'm listening. I'm listening. Then over here, I think my chariots and my archers in the house there combine fire and take out 2 of the Wild Riders, which I'll take. And since nothing else is going on, we go over here to top of 2 after movement. And I think the only thing that happens is his Wild Riders try to charge my chariots and fail. Other than that, I don't think there was a whole lot of movement. There's a better picture of his Wild Riders failing a charge into my chariots, which I was actually kind of shocked about. Oh yeah, his unicorn did run up, and he gets Spirit Leech off on my Necrotech. And of course, he rolls a 6, I roll a 1, and my Necrotech gets slaughtered, but whatever. And then during the magic phase, he gets Glorious Hands off on his scouts again, because they didn't shoot good enough to begin with. During the shooting phase, a bunch of the scouts shoot at the Vargeist and take them out, and that's fine. And then a bunch of other stuff shoots at my War Kitty, and poison attacks are able to just slaughter the poor bastard, and that sucks. I knew the War Kitty was going to die. I did. I had made my peace with that, but it still breaks my heart. So, after that, with tears in my eyes, we go to bottom of 2 after movement. And I gotta be honest, I'm a little pissed. I don't like it when the War Kitty dies. So, I charge with the Hex Race into the Wild Riders because they were there, and I make it. And then my chariots move up a little bit. The Titan moves to deal with the Glade Guard or Glade Riders that showed up because they were ambushers last turn, just to try to deal with them before they take out my casket. And you know, I thought about moving my general up, but I just didn't feel any real faith in him making it to the scouts before they slaughtered him. So there was that. So yeah, for the most part, everything else just kind of stays where it's at. There's a better picture of my Hex Race, make it into the Wild Riders, and at least I get some points. During the Magic phase, I get a 5 up board save on the casket, just I'm hoping for the best here. And then we go into combat, and I'm able to kill off the Wild Riders, which is kind of nice. I do overrun because they break. I don't just kill them all off, and they flee. They get away, but the one that's left, he never rallies, so he's as good as dead. And my Hex Race end up inside the Glade Guard, which isn't ideal, I won't lie to you. However, I'll take it because it's nice just to be able to stop them from shooting for a turn. So we go over here to top of 3 after movement, and the next 2 units of ambushers come on the table. Is 2 units of Glade Riders. One's staring at the useless casket, the other one's staring at my chariots. Perfectly fine, what can you do? Other than that, I think his Wild Riders come around to start putting some pressure on my general, and nothing else. I think his Unicorn just repositions. That's about it. There's a better picture of his Wild Riders slamming into my general, and I think I'm okay here. I really do. And there's a better picture of his Glade Rider slamming into my casket. And I don't think I'm okay here. I really don't. During the Magic phase, he gets, what is it, the Hand of Glory off on his Glade Guard, which is fine. He's just trying to up their weapon skills so that it's harder for my Hex Race to hit. I'm not too concerned. And then during the shooting phase, the Stalkers take a couple of wounds. Not terrible, but it is what it is. There was some more shooting from the Glade Riders that were just, you know, right next to the catapult, and he actually kills one of the crew, and whatever, they're useless anyway. And then the Chariots take a wound as well, because everybody gets some love. During combat, yeah, the 5 up board save didn't help at all. He's able to slaughter me, my casket, no problem. It explodes, and not one unit is affected by the explosion. It's a very pathetic explosion. Like, poop! It's a poof. It's nothing. And then over here in combat, I am able to kill a couple of these guys. Not overly impressive at all. I didn't expect it to be. But I lose this combat. I ended up with 1 Hex Wraith left, which is not good. But hey, they're there for another turn at least, so it's something, I guess. And then over here, he has a unit champion in this unit. He issues a challenge my lord has to accept. And wouldn't you know it, I get 2 wounds put through on my damn vampire lord. He's got, you know, he's only got a 6 up armor because it's armor piercing, strength 5 on the charge, but he's got a 4 up ward that's just not working. I guess there's an on switch I need to learn about, but this happens when I play Death Holy Death. Everything that can go wrong for me pretty much does, and everything that could go right for him pretty much does, so it's okay. I've been through this enough, and we're laughing a lot, we're having a good time, so that's really all I can ask. So we go over here to bottom of 3 after movement, and I'm completely screwed. And I know I'm completely screwed, so now it's just about body count. I'm going to try to take out as many elves as I can to make his victory party as small as it is, or as small as it can be anyway. My chariots turn to face the Glade Riders that came in just to shoot at him. I have no intention of actually charging anything. The Titan turns to face the other Glade Riders because I figure he's going to charge my Skullpult and destroy it, and then maybe my Titan can hit them. Hopefully, maybe, who knows. The archers turn to face. I try to do a swift reform and fail. The stalkers, I think I just kind of move them over to look at the unicorn, but it doesn't matter because their shots don't do anything. And everything else, I'm just trying to survive. There's a better picture of... I'm sorry, nothing happens in a magic phase, and so we go straight into the shooting phase, and of course, my arrows aren't nearly as effective. I kill 1 Glade Rider, which is, I guess, better than nothing. And then, of course, this piece of shit catapult. Yeah, rant time. Fuck this thing. Fuck it. I hate it. I hope it dies in a fire. I'm going to put it on the shelf of shame, and it's got the special spot right next to where the Marauder Horseman used to sit. I hate this piece of trash. I shoot at the damn scouts, and of course it direct hits and misfires one and explodes, making it so that the Glade Guard don't even have to consider charging it now. This piece of garbage, letdown, bastard stepchild. I hate it. The hell with this piece of garbage. I hate it. I take that hate and I go into combat over here. My Vampire Lord just skull crushes all 4 of those filthy friggin' Wild Riders, and I'm proud of him. I'm glad he kills them. The only good elf is a dead elf, and he smushes all friggin' 4 of them, and I'm glad they're dead. That piece of garbage catapult. God, I hate that thing. Then over here, the Glade Rider or the Glade Guard kill the or they don't kill the last Wraith, but I don't hit or wound or anything like that, and he wins combat by at least 1, and it dies, and that's fine. That was expected. So we go over here to top of 4 after movement, and as you can see, since the piece of shit catapult is dead, the Glade Riders laugh and run away. There's no reason for them to charge anymore. Oh, I hate that stupid thing so much. It is such a piece of garbage. His other Glade Riders come back on the table and move up to do whatever it is they're going to do. His Unicorn repositions itself so that it can, just obliterate my skeletons. My Stalkers are just useless in this one because I'm just rolling like crap. What can you do? And, his scouts come out of the forest to move up because there's nothing for them to fear anymore. Be just awesome. During his magic phase, he gets Purple Sun off. There's nothing I can do. It's not even irresistible. I try to stop it, and my dice roll dirt low. And his rolled, I think it was like 3 5s and a 6 and a 4 or something ridiculous. And I rolled like 3 1s, a 2, and a 0 or something. Yeah, it was great. So I think I lose like 18 to 20 of my skeletons, and all of the archers die. Every last archer dies. Believe it or not, my what's it called? My Lich Priest actually survives, but all the archers are dead. She's wide out in the open now, episcrewed. And that's just the way this game's going. During the magic phase, he also gets a handful of stuff off on, not a hand of glory off on his scouts or whatever. I don't care. And over here, his Glade Riders, of course, put another 3 wounds through on my chariots. Or, I'm sorry, the high magic. He gets some spell off. Fiery Convocation or something. He gets some sort of high magic offensive spell off, and it kills off one of my chariots, and that sucks. It is Irresistible Force, however, and he rolls a miscast 3. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, that's awesome. What a break. He's going to suck his level 4 high magic caster into the warp. The scouts are going to, take a bunch of wounds and maybe flee. Oh, wow. What a lucky break. How great is that? No. Death Holy Death just likes to play with his food. He's got a lot of cat instincts. His caster is perfectly fine. The strength 10 hit she takes is negated by the high magic attribute, the token of you're fine. And he takes 2 wounds. 2 wounds, because the other 2 that were done to him didn't matter at all because the high magic. He had 3 counters on this unit, so they're perfectly fine. He got one of my chariots basically for free. Isn't that outstanding? I'm so happy that worked out for him. And then during the shooting phase, his Glade Riders kill off another chariot because it's not hard. Then I think his Way Stalkers shoot at my Stalkers and kill one, and that's fine. They're not doing anything anyway. And then we go over here to bottom of 4, and I'm out of options. I dance around, I move some stuff around a little bit, but it's all fatal. There's really nothing I can do here. I move the Skeleton Warriors around so that my Lich Priest can possibly get in there next turn before she gets killed off the table. The Titan turns to look at either the Glade Riders or the Unicorn, just hoping there. The dogs move up just to give the Glade Riders something to shoot at, and the chariot moves to counter shoot the Glade Riders that are just going to dance around and smush them anyway. There's really nothing I can do here. During the magic phase, I get Curse of Years off on his unit there, and I think I kill like 1 or 2 of his guys. It's not a big deal. It's just me, throwing stones at Goliath. What can I do? And then during the magic phase, I'm able to get Spirit Leech off on the Glade Riders, and I actually kill 1, and it doesn't matter. They don't panic or anything. So it was a spite kill. During the shooting phase, my archers take some shots and are able to kill three or four of the what's it called, the scouts. It's not enough to do anything, but hey, I'm killing elves. That's what's important. And then we go over here to top of 5 after movement, and there's some. His scouts move up to get a real good shot off on whatever the hell they want. His Glade Riders charge the 1 wound having chariot. His other Glade Riders move back just to shoot at my High Priest. His Unicorn chick moves up to Purple Sun and have some fun. And that's really about it. There's a better picture of his Glade Riders slamming into my chariot. During the magic phase, he gets a bunch of stuff off, but he forgets all about Curse of Years. It's like Hand of Glory and stuff. It's not a huge big deal. But he forgets all about Curse of Years, and so it pops again, and I think I kill 5 more of them. It's enough to cause a panic check, but they're fine. And then the shooting phase, another Stalker dies. A bunch of I think 5 of my Skeleton Archers here die. And 3 of my dogs die, because it's, elven shooting. What are you going to do? Then over here in combat, the Glade Riders have no problem putting the last wound through on my chariot. They did take a fear check, and they passed it, I think, with insane courage, because laughter is the best medicine for fear. And then we go over here to bottom of 5 after movement, and I don't move at all. There's just no reason to, really. I've accepted my fate at this point. I know I'm screwed. All I'm hoping is that my general survives, and maybe my Titan, my Skeleton Warrior survive, maybe my characters, just points denial. That's all I'm going for here. I need 3 more turns, 4 more turns, or no, 3 more turns. This one and 2 others, and if I can just hold on, then I'm okay. So I'm gonna do what I can. During the magic phase, he gets a handful of spells off. Nothing important, really. I think Hand of Glory and a couple of other things. But he forgets about Curse of Years again, and I kill 8 more of his scouts, and I put another wound. He took one last turn too, but I put another wound on his level 4, and he's furious at himself right now. It was great. It was, you know what? I feel that I won this game simply because the amount of pain that Death was feeling when he realized he had forgotten to dispel Cursed again. I even put the misfire marker on there too, just to remember that it was there. And at the end of his magic phase, I was like, Curse of Years goes off, and he's like, son of a... It was great. And then when he picked up 8 more of his guys and his caster took another wound, he was so mad. It's good that he feels my pain somewhat. So yeah, that was great. That was great. So yeah, this all happens, and they don't panic or anything like that, but it was funny. And then we go over here to top of 6. I'm sorry, that was my magic phase. I got nothing off. He dispelled it all, but whatever. Anyway, so we go to top of 6, and there you go. His Glade Riders charge into the flank of my archers. His scouts teleport back into another forest so they can shoot at my general. And his Glade Guard come out just because they want to be able to shoot at something. Other than that, the other Glade Riders and the Unicorn just get ready to do what they're going to do. There's a better picture of his Glade Riders slamming into my archers, and that is what it is. During his magic phase, he's able to get Purple Sun off again. Again, not irresistible. He's just rolling high, and I'm rolling low. As you can see, he kills a majority of my skeletons, but not all. And my characters survive, which is awesome. And then he Spirit Leeches my level 4 off the table, like it's child's play. He rolls a 5, I roll a 1, FML. What can you do? And then during his shooting phase, he's able to slip the last wound through. The scouts, even though there's only like a 10th of them left, they were able to slip the last wound through and kill my Vampire Lord. He had a friggin' 4-up, and I failed both of them because life's not fair, guys. Life's not fair. And then over here in combat, yeah, the Glade Riders have no problem killing off my skeletons, and that's fine. So we go to bottom of 6, and I have pretty much thrown in the towel. There's nothing I can do, so I don't do anything. Well, that's not true. The Titan charges the Glade Riders, and they make their terror check, and they stand and shoot. They don't do any wounds to him because he's toughness 6, and they don't have poison attacks, and he makes it. That's about it. There's a better picture of my Titan making it into his Glade Riders. With nothing else going on, we go straight into combat. I kill one Glade Rider, which is nice. They do nothing in return. They break, I pursue, and they make it off the table, and I don't catch them because my Titan goes like 3 inches. But they're off the table, so I got points. And there you go, guys. There's the end of the game. I got my butt kicked. My whole strategy of points denial was flawed from the get-go, apparently, because I did not take into account that I was playing Death Holy Death, which is my fault. I take full responsibility for this loss. With the exception of the catapult, may that thing burn in hell. Yeah, this was really unfortunate. I was doing well in the tournament, and this knocked me out of the placing and stuff like that, which is fine. Death Holy Death is a hell of an opponent. There is no shame in losing to this guy at all, at least from my perspective. So the fact that he just took it to me was great. The fact that I got some emotional response out of him with the Curse of Years going off 3 turns in a row, that was a victory for me. And I'll take it. But you know what? We're going to go ahead and get to the recap in a minute because right now the game is over.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Banners, banners, banners. Get you some banners. Look at the banners. You are never going to be able to get better banners than this. There is no company, there is no talent scout, there is no entity on the planet that's going to get you banners better than this. Custom banners for your custom army. You want better paint scores. You want that little edge that makes your army better than the guy next to you. Sick of running, going to tournaments and getting that paint score that's just a few points lower than the guy that literally sneezes on his army. And you can't figure out why? Get these banners and make your army really pop, really stand out. Send this guy an email, tell him what you want, and get yourself some banners. It's totally worth it. Alright, guys and gals, there it is. Token Gal is back, and she's back in full operation mode of making tokens. So if you missed out before she went and got married and became Mrs. Token Gal, or however that works, this is your chance. Get your tokens now. Send her an email. Send her your monies. Get yourself some tokens. They're dirt cheap, solid gold quality. You're not going to be disappointed. Tell her Tremendous sent you. She'll probably know. But yeah, get these tokens. They're so much better than just using dice. They're so much easier to remember everything. You don't have to worry about your cards getting lost, stolen, ripped, torn, whatever. And they're glass beads, cool high def pictures. Totally worth it. Get yourself some tokens. You won't regret it. And Unleashed Wargaming's painting services is back, guys. I took it down for a little bit while I redid the ad and added some of his newer pictures, but as you can see, he does amazing work. He's based out of the US. He does solid, quality work to all armies. I mean, you saw the pictures, you've seen the quality, you've seen the vibrant colors and the attention to detail and everything. I mean, that banner is free-handed. I mean, how are you not going to like something like that? So if you're like me, and you hate painting, but you don't have an awesome wife to do all your painting for you, give this guy an email, talk to him about what you need, and he's going to knock it out for you. You're not going to be disappointed. You're not going to be embarrassed when you play your army at your local store, at GTs, or local GTs at your store, or however the heck you want to play. You'll have a painted army. It's going to be a beautifully painted army to your specifications. How can you go wrong? Send him an email, get your army painted, and quit embarrassing yourself. Tell him Tremendous sent you. So, yeah, I ended up getting 470 whopping points out of him, and he took 2,732 points out of me, which means it was a draw. So, yeah, no, he thunder stomped me. Oh, man. This was bad. I got smashed like 2 freight trains on a head-on collision. Oof, it was bad. I lost my Dragon Lord, my High Lich Priest, my Necrotech, both my units of archers, my chariots, my Vargeist, my Hexers, my War Sphinx, my Stalkers, my Casket, and my useless piece of trash catapult. The Wood Elves lost both units of Wild Riders, a unit of Glade Riders, and some sleep. He could have been doing anything else and still done just as well. So I feel a little bad about that, but I'll get over it. Death Holy Death just has my number. I don't know what to do against him. I play other people's Wood Elves, and I do great. I play other people's Dark Elves, and I do great. I play other people's Ogres, and I do great. I play other people's High Elves, and I do great. But whenever I play Death Holy Death, he could literally have an army of nothing but Noblars, and I would have my back against the wall the entire time. I don't know what to do against him. I really, really don't. He's better than me. He taught me how to play the game. He was one of like 3 people that taught me how to play the game. And you know what? You just don't see Skywalker taking out Yoda. You just don't. So it is what it is. I still enjoy our games. It's frustrating because I don't know what I'm doing wrong a lot of the times, other than rolling dice against my Dominar, apparently. So, but they are fun, and I got an emotional reaction out of them with Curse of Years. So I'm taking the moral high ground here. I won this game because I got under his skin with a spell. That's a victory. If you know Death Holy Death, you know that's a victory. I'm also toying with making some back alley deals with demons. So if any of you guys know any that are willing to make a deal, I might be willing to talk to them. Just throwing it out there. Not really, not really. If you really know a demon, I don't want to know a demon. I'm not that brave. Curse of Years, though, man, the fact that he forgot about it for 2 turns, I almost got some points out of that scout unit. One more turn, I think I'd have been all right there. Oh, that catapult. Oh, I cannot say enough bad things about it. It hit the scouts and failed to do any wounds. The damn thing was standing there. It was the whole reason the Glade Rider unit was there. It was going to give my Titan the opportunity to do something, and then it misfires and explodes. That useless piece of trash. If I never field the damn thing again, it'll be too soon. It's going on my shelf of shame. The hell with that thing. I would rather take a unit of Skeleton Warriors for 90 points and just leave them sitting in a corner than take that piece of garbage ever again. And like I said before, my point denial tactic was completely and totally screwed this game. That was so stupid. I can't even begin to tell you how stupid I am. I was so stupid, it was stupid. And Purple Sun hurts. It sucks when it goes off on low initiative things. My whole unit of archers just got sucked into that damn thing. And unicorn riding death wizards, elf wizards, are quickly becoming my least favorite type of elf. That piece of trash. That's where I'm aiming my attacks from now on. That thing's gotta die. If I only kill that, that'll be fine. But I do feel good that I didn't get goose egged here, and I was able to kill some of the pointy-eared bastards. So elves died, and I'm gonna take a victory out of that. But at the beginning of this game, we were fighting for 1st and 2nd place overall, and I ended up getting beat so bad it took me down to 5th place. But that was out of like 10 people, so that's not terrible. I finished in the middle of the pack, and I can live with that. I don't mind being average. And if you're wondering, 1st place was taken by a High Elf player, 2nd place was taken by an Ogre player, 3rd place was taken by Death, and 4th place was taken by, I think it was another High Elf player. 5th place was taken by me. 6th was taken by a Lizardman player, I think. 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th were taken by Chaos and stuff like that. Not 100% on how it went after me. I was just curious about like the guys that beat me and myself, because I'm a selfish bastard. But as always, this was a great game. It's always good to get my ass kicked by Death. I learn something every time. Like I learned that this catapult shouldn't be in my list anymore. And as always, I'm looking forward to a rematch against him. I do enjoy playing against him, even though I know I'm going to end up doing a lost battle report. But that's going to wrap it up for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed the little mini tournament that I went to and the outcome and everything like that. It was definitely fun to be a part of. And hey, we usually try to do these once a month or once every other month. So if you're ever in the Shreveport, Louisiana area and you want to get a game in or a 3-game tournament in, it's usually just store credit. But hey, it's still fun. $10 gets you in. And we don't do comp. So yeah, come on in and have some fun. As always, though, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, feel free to put them in the comment section below, and we'll get back to you as quick as I can. But yeah, guys, thanks.